Hi, I'm Matt Hatton from Transformer Insights, technology research firm. We're here at the IMC's IoT News Desk live at CES in Las Vegas. I am joined by Ali Sadri from Airgain. Sorry,
that's right. Airgain.
The jet lag is catching up with me.
Yeah.
Ali, welcome. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your company and what you do.
Okay, I am the Chief Technology Officer at Airgain. I'm fairly new myself at Airgain as well. I joined Airgain about a year and a half ago. Prior to that, I was with Intel Corporation for nearly 20 years. And before that, another 10 years at IBM in Research Triangle Park, North Carolina. My focus has always been telecommunications, and in the past probably 20-25 years focused on the wireless technologies. And as we iterate the technology from 4G to 5G, I also advanced it. I have spent quite a lot of time on millimeter wave technology, maybe over 15 years on that. And at Airgain, we are responsible for developing the next generation products for Airgain, and working with our customers to develop complex systems. Our goal is to simplify wireless for all of our customers, and one of that is the comprehensive knowledge that we have on the system, on the wireless, on the antennas, allows us to integrate all these pieces together for the end users.
I was going to ask you about that simplify wireless quote. That's one that I've seen before. So some examples, and can you elaborate on exactly what you mean by simplifying wireless?
Of course, of course.
What you just mentioned.
This morning we actually had a press release on the product that we launched today. One of the areas that we focus on is a fixed wireless access. Fixed wireless access is growing very rapidly in tens of billions of dollars in the next 2-3 years, and obviously every player that wants to get involved into developing fixed wireless access devices, they have to invest a lot of effort, money, head counts, testing equipment, and so forth. So we realize that is going to be an opportunity, at least for us, and also a solution for our customers, solving their pain. So what if we go ahead and develop a reference design of some of the most complex version of the fixed wireless access, outdoor fixed wireless access, for example, and work with the third party for the modem manufacturers, the PCB manufacturers. We design our own antennas, our housings, and we develop our own software stack. When we work with another partner, Airgain, as part of our press release, or doing the monitoring of the fixed wireless access. And we create this package together with our partners, and we provide it to our end customers. Yep. So rather than them to go through this iteration and spend money and time, we have done this for them. Maybe they come back with a very minor modification or enhancement to the package that we have, but we have saved them probably a year and a half and 2 years into the development of some of the most important technologies, which is 5G fixed wireless access.
So I can anticipate that would be something in demand from developers, companies that are building these products. Is this every company you work with? Is it growing? How do you see the demand for this support on effectively development, building the various reference designs and so on for the customers?
So usually tier 1 customers, as we have seen, they engage directly with the ODMs. They tell them exactly what product they want, and they ask for a bid, and whoever bids the best and the lowest cost, they normally get it. And that's usually compromised for the performance, because they go mainly for the cost. what we looked at it is, of course the cost is important, but the performance in some cases is more important, especially if you look at the existing fixed wireless access devices, majority of them, probably 90% of that is indoor fixed wireless access. The CPEs are, placed, inside the premise, and the signal has to propagate from outside through the glass or through the wall to your device. That is going to definitely compromise, your throughput, and therefore, the end user is not going to benefit from the speed and the latency that the 5G, provides. So from our point of view, we thought that let's provide an alternative to the indoor fixed wireless access, which is outdoor fixed wireless access, but still look at flexibility, provide ease of use, ease of installation, so you don't have to ask for professional installers. Mm-hmm. So we went and developed a mobile app that you can use in conjunction with our product that it will allow you to test the direction of the signal and then decide which direction and which location you have to install. That will allow, I think, again, end customers, which is potentially tier 2s or tier 3s or even tier 1s that they haven't designed in outdoor fixed wireless access, now to realize that, there's already a design available, right? Instead of me to go and redefine it and discuss it with the ODMs, why not go and get engaged with Airgain and get their design and maybe ask them to modify it a little bit.
And one of the trends I think in IoT and more broadly in technology is around cross-optimization of the various different elements. It's no longer the case of just throwing, okay, here's an antenna, here's a baseband chipset, here's all the various different constituent parts, go build it. It's much more, okay, I'm going to make sure that this works in the most optimum way possible with that part. Yeah. Is that your experience as well?
Absolutely. I mean, you actually nailed one of the most important things that...
It had to happen eventually. Yeah?
Yes. So we mentioned that in our previous press release during the Mobile World Congress in Las Vegas that, we have designed outdoor fixed wireless access antennas, but optimized to the operator's frequency band, right? So one of the other issues that we've seen is majority of the designs are one fits all. Yeah. And when you do a one fits all, it's compromised on the frequency. For example, the Verizon 5G operates mainly in the C-band, CBRS and C-band, which is above 3.5 gigahertz. The T-Mobile 5G runs on band 41, which is 2.5 gigahertz, right? So when we design an antenna, you cannot have the best performance on one and one frequency, but least performance on the other one. So depending on which operator is going to deploy this fixed wireless access product, we develop a specific optimized antenna for that product, for that frequency. So you're absolutely correct. I mean, there is a customization anywhere that you go, and if you don't want to do that, you want to create a cookie cutter, you will definitely compromise.
Excellent stuff. Today's press release that you put out, so talk to me about how important that is for Airgain.
I think it's extremely important. I think our motto and our goal is, as I said, to simplify wireless for our customers. Yeah. This is the first time I think we're showing to all of our customers, including again tier 1, tier 2s, that not only we can develop components of your product, we can define and do the entire product development, right? And here's the reference design, right? Yeah. And we're flexible with with modifying some of it. We're flexible where you want to manufacture it. Yep. But the device has been tested in our state-of-the-art equipments and the chambers in San Diego. We have some of the best equipment. So we have the base stations that we can test all these devices. I think it's very, very important. I am personally very excited. This came out of our CTO Office of CTO's product and we work with excellent partners, and some of them, we can't announce their names, without their permission, but they may announce their own excellent partners that they will enable the full end-to-end product.
And just in the last minute or two, how do you see the future of connectivity, C-band, millimeter wave? How do you see that evolving?
Well, I think for me, I have a vested interest in millimeter wave. I launched the WiGig Alliance back in 2008. I was a founder and chairman of the WiGig Alliance, and I thought that the millimeter wave is going to, make the big bang and become the most popular technology in the world. I think, while millimeter wave has a lot of capabilities, has practically, unlimited amount of bandwidth, effectively, but 2, 3, 4, 5 gigahertz of bandwidth available. You would think that the operators and the product developers will jump into developing all of their products in millimeter wave bands, which I think some operators such as Verizon, they stepped in, Korea Telecom, and a few other ones that stepped in, but they've realized very quickly that deployment of the millimeter wave is not as simple as the sub-6 gigahertz, right? Therefore, while I think eventually millimeter wave is going to be the dominating bands as we need more throughput and more densification, there has been an adjustment, I think, in the frequency allocation, and you see in the United States or even worldwide they're opening up the C-band. Yeah. Or other frequencies sub 6 gigahertz, 4.9 gigahertz, for example, which both the operators and the developers are more accustomed to develop a product that has a lot less risk than millimeter wave. So I would think that in the next maybe 4 or 5 years, we're going to see another excitement in millimeter wave, but until then, I think we are going to, populate and reuse the existing frequencies, specifically frequencies, below 6 gigahertz.
Fantastic. On that note, Ali Sadri, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Wonderful.